I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs, your home for ideas for dinner, whatever the weather. Today, we check in on some of our favorite restaurants from around the area with another chance to see recipes for mac and cheese and chicken. Not 2 dishes, it's all in one. Plus a masterclass of meatballs and a top pit master shows how to bring all the flavors of the grill into the kitchen. Hurricanes Helene and Milton left a trail of damage across our area. Whether you were impacted directly or no family, friends, or neighbors who were, recovery's been a community effort and will be ongoing for a long time to come. All this week, we're checking in with restaurants around Tampa Bay to give you updates on who's back in business and how they made it through the storms. We're starting at Chicken Joint, the Barnyard, home of the Barnyard Betty sandwich. They pitched in after Milton to serve hundreds of free lunches to their neighbors in Bradenton. When Chef Ciliana Pluvios joined us in the Dinner DeeAs kitchen, she shared a recipe for her decadent dinner, her macaroni au gratin. Not only does Chef Ciliana run the Barnyard with her sister Gladys Jean, but they started out from their mom's front porch, and their inspiration was your grandmother?
She is my inspiration till this day. This is one of my favorite dishes. We use it during the holidays. We make it, it can either be a side dish or it could be a main dish. All right, so first we're gonna go ahead and put our pasta in.
Okay.
So our water's already salted, and we're just gonna pour one spot. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and chop these peppers.
Okay.
I like to use the full colors, right? The red, the orange. Usually we use the green and the red. I love orange, so I just go ahead and go full throttle, take the whole thing.
I love it. All right, so what are you looking for in terms of like a cut size too?
All right, so we're looking for a perfect dice. You can just do a little bit. It'll be about a half cup. So just take a little bit of red, a little bit of orange, a little bit of green.
Question, because my wife was just recently pregnant. We just had our second child.
Okay.
You got any cravings? I mean, what's been on the whole diet now with the pregnancy?
So I have a funny pregnancy. I haven't craved. I feel like, am I really pregnant? But I am pregnant.
Okay.
So I don't get cravings.
Yeah.
With baby number 1, I only craved water. Water.
Wait. I've never heard that one. Now, I chopped up the vegetables for you, left a couple extras over here. What next?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put in a whole stick of butter.
Whole stick of butter?
Whole stick of butter, don't be afraid. And as that melt, we're gonna go ahead and add the peppers and the onions.
Peppers and the onions.
Once that melts all the way down. Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. And then go for the peppers. Give that a good stir. And then we're just gonna go ahead and let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. You want the vegetables to kind of cook down, render out its flavor, And right here we have some chicken that's shredded. That you can use any chicken. You can go to Publix, you can go wherever you go and just get a whole chicken or something that's already cooked. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about flavors.
Okay.
Shred it down.
Shred it down.
Yep. Add the chicken.
Okay.
Yep. So that's about a pound of chicken, maybe a little less.
Okay.
But it works. And we're just gonna go ahead and let that sizzle on. Right?
Oh, that's so
And let those
so
vegetables and chicken marry together. And then we're gonna add a little bit of garlic. We don't do the whole bechamel, start from there. We don't do it that way. We kind of take a different route. And we use evaporated milk.
Now, why evaporated milk? What do you find is different adding the evaporated milk for your version here?
So evaporated milk does just exactly what you need it to do, right? It it's a thicker milk, so it gives you the thickness that you're looking for, and it's full of bodies, full of flavor.
Okay.
So it works perfectly. That's gonna go all in. Awesome. Great.
Okay.
And then you just let that cook, let all those flavors marry together, let the milk do its thing, along with the chicken, and just let it come to a small simmer. So we do have these seasonings that we're going to add. And these are, so this is like a quicker version, right? So what we have here is a all-purpose seasoning of your choice, whatever it is that you'd like. I have my favorite, but you can use whatever you have. We have some salt. right? And then we have some chicken bouillon.
Very nice.
Yep. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the cheese.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and add this before that milk finishes off on us. So we're gonna add some Parmesan cheese.
Okay, I'll keep stirring, you keep pouring.
Right. And then we're gonna have just a mix of cheeses, right? We have a Monterey and a cheddar.
Okay.
All right. Then we have the Colby going in. So we can go ahead and add the fourth cheese, which is our Laughing Cow cheese. This is,
like the little triangles?
That's right.
Like the ones that you find,
that's right.
It's like a little snacking cheese?
That's right. But we're not gonna snack on it.
Why can't we?
We cannot.
I'll hold it, you
Awesome.
pour, you scoop.
Gotcha.
Teamwork makes the dream work
That's
happen
right.
over here.
All right, let's go for it. Awesome. Boom. All right. So after that, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna top this off. It's gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 to 45 minutes. We're gonna top it off with all the cheeses that we used in the pasta. We're gonna go ahead and sprinkle it on top with some Parmesan.
Okay.
And that's the au gratin part.
Grab the recipe for Chef Ciliana's macaroni au gratin, her take on mac and cheese with chicken at dinnerdeas.com. When we come back, we check in on our friends at Geagatarian on Davis Island, who want to spread the word that they and their neighbors are open for business. Ahead on Dinner Dias. Welcome back to Dinner Dias. This week, we're taking the time to revisit restaurants from around the area who shared recipes with us so we can share updates on how they're doing in the aftermaths of Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Geagatarian were hard hit on Davis Island, with standing water which was about waist level, losing kitchen equipment and sustaining damage to the outside of their structure. But they quickly reopened, offering their much-loved comfort food to comfort the community, and they really want to get the word out that the island is back open for business and needs your support to bring the economy back. And if you do visit, and we highly recommend it, be sure to look out for OG's meatballs, which appear on the menu in the salad section. Trust me, you'll want to see that side of the menu. What do we need to do to get this started?
Okay, we're going to start with the meatballs.
Okay.
So, and one of the ingredients that we use that's a bit of a surprise is our main ingredient. One of our main ingredients is zucchini. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to grate half a zucchini.
Okay.
And then what we want to do is just get a lot of that moisture
Okay.
out of there. So we're just going to...
And this is an important step, is making sure you get some paper towels,
Yes.
and just really be able to squeeze out
Yeah, we want to
all
get
of that
the
natural
moisture.
moisture out of it.
And what we're going to do is we're going to add our pork and our ground beef.
Okay. All right, so we've got the ground pork over here.
Ground pork,
Okay. And then you say we've got ground beef over here.
ground beef.
Okay. And what are we trying to do? We're just trying to bring
We're gonna
all these flavors just
bring it
together.
all
of
together.
these.
We've got the recipe coming up on the website, but there's your parsley in
Okay.
there. And then we're gonna add 1 egg yolk. Okay, then we're gonna add our seasoning. So we've just got your salt,
Okay.
pepper, good amount of garlic.
Nice. And that's just
and
raw garlic.
Just raw garlic.
Okay.
And then just enough panko to hold it together.
And then these are going to go into the oven 375 for...
About 20 minutes.
Yeah. But then you have this juxtaposition right now with this meatball, this salad dressing that's got just that little burst of acid, little sweetness behind it because of the honey, but it's not like one's overpowering the other. They actually really do work together because that you find a way to make it fit. To make Deb's meatballs for yourself with that sneaky zucchini to stop them from drying out, grab the recipe at dinnerdeas.com, where she also shares her restaurant's recipe for a salad dressing that Yelp reviewers have called outstanding. Or just head on over to Davis Island to have them make it for you and support the other businesses there trying to bounce back. After the break, a trip to Tampa for the thrill of the grill, but on the stovetop. Ahead on Dinner Dias. Welcome back to Dinner Dias, We're sharing special samplers of recipes from restaurants across the region all this week as we check in on local businesses getting back on their feet after Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Pitmaster Danny Hernandez is founder of the Brisket Shop in Tampa, and they were busy cooking for the community after the storms, providing 1,000 hot meals for those in need. When he came to the Dinner Diaz kitchen, he shared how he makes his tri-tip steak to serve 3 ways. Tri-tip steak?
Why not, right? The king of California barbecue.
So is this an expensive cut of meat?
Not at all. Your local grocery right here in Tampa, Florida has it for around $14, $15 a pound, which in today's world with the price of ground beef, it's pretty affordable.
This is an economical cut then?
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you looking for then at the grocery store? How do you get the right cut?
I'm looking for this fat. You see these flecks of fat that are going with the grain of the meat. You're seeing it here that's going through the meat.
Okay.
That, in layman's words, it's simply juiciness, it's taste, it's flavor, it's silkiness. It's everything you want in a great tender piece of meat is that marbling.
Now we've got this beautiful pan here. What do we got here? What kind of a pan?
We've got a Smithy cast iron pan, which is blazing hot. We're gonna go ahead. That's exactly what you want to hear.
So smoke is good.
And that, I think, is a mistake at home where you're scared of a little bit of smoke, the pan's not hot enough, and you don't get that thick sear that you want, because you want a real beautiful pure sear on that before we flip it.
Okay.
Go ahead and hit it with just a little bit more salt on this side here.
Now, how's this coming along?
I think it's beautiful.
It's really good?
I mean, it's just that, I get it. It's a little bit hot, a little bit of smoke, but that nice sear that you want to see, we could tone it down just a little bit more and just go ahead and let it do its thing. And understanding that all we're looking for is 125, 135, 130 degrees internal.
And that's going to be somewhere between that rare, medium rare. You don't really want to go farther than that.
100%. That medium rare, we're going to let it rest, and I think that's the key. I absolutely love a great chimichurri. I really do. We're going to start out with a bunch of fresh parsley, some fresh garlic. This here is all the dried herbs, right? So we've got some crushed red pepper, we got some dried garlic, we've got a little bit of oregano and a little bit of parsley. Love that.
Okay, so you got a combination of some dry and some fresh to work with over here with your shimmy.
And then we're going to add all of the wet, right? Some olive oil. We'll reserve a little bit of that. Red wine vinegar.
I mean, easy to find ingredient.
Of course, 100%. And again, I've seen some people add a little balsamic, right? You kick up that acidity, but we're trying to balance it all out with a little bit of citric acid, a little bit of vinegar, the smoothness of the oil. Salt and pepper we'll finish at the very end. Okay. We'll start with maybe a pinch. But again, this over that steak is going to be absolutely beautiful.
Man, you got all these beautiful veggies over here.
I think this is the wonder of this dish here. The fact that we start out with some onions and peppers and just super colorful. I've got a 10 and 12-year-old at home, so they definitely enjoy the colors.
It helps them eat the veggies then?
100%. We went ahead and took some corn off of the cob. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and saute all of those veggies. They're going to pick up all of those drippings from that beautiful tri-tip, and it's just going to make an awesome one dish. We're going to add a few more condiments, and it's going to be yummy.
Now, the steak though, man, this is looking beautiful.
I think we're ready. She's got a beautiful
How do you know
sear.
that it's really ready?
I think so. I like the feel of it, but let's be real.
You're an expert, okay? So you know what the feel is going to be. But for someone at home, they're not doing it like that.
Right here. I mean, there's not a better dollar spent in a kitchen than a great knife, a great thermometer. Yeah. And I'm not against it at all, right? We're going to temp right in the middle of this. We're at 135, 130, somewhere in that middle, maybe even in the thicker center, right at that 135. We're going to go ahead and let it rest a few more minutes.
And that's when we know that it's good. We got a temperature that we kind of want to be at right
125 to 135. Okay. In the center, it's going to be a beautiful pink. Maybe towards the ends, it'll be a little more well done. That's what we're going to start doing right now, because like I said, the less dishes we've got to clean at the end, the more we can enjoy that great glass of wine versus washing dishes, right?
I love that.
We're going to start with a little bit of garlic. Why not a lot of garlic?
I like garlic.
I love garlic. Absolutely love garlic. And then we're going to start with a little saute of some onions. Let's let all of these sweat. We're going to go ahead and let all of that. We're going to add mushrooms towards the end, and we'll let that get al dente there. You're going to kick that up a little bit. Over here, as we talked about a few different applications, we had actually smoked some corn, went ahead and took it off the cob, added a little bit of green onions and red pepper. Okay. And I think this, we're just going to let it see a little bit of that pan. You hit that with just a touch of olive oil. And this is going to be absolutely awesome on some tacos.
Where do we begin over here? Like where are you taking me?
We're going to dive in there.
Let's go.
Dive in there.
Let's go.
I don't know if you're going to eat the taco with a fork and a knife, but there's double tortillas underneath that.
Okay.
You got a delicious chimney and that roasted pineapple. I can't wait to dive into there.
Okay.
I'm going to start right over here with a little bit of jasmine rice and a little piece of steak.
I'm going to follow your lead then. Watch the full episode and grab the recipe for Danny's one-pan steak supper at dinnerdeas.com. He also shares how he keeps his cast iron pans clean without soap and water. After the break, this master chef meets another master chef, but from a different generation. Ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. Every day this week, we've been taking a dip in our recipe box to revisit restaurants from around the area and share how just a handful of hardworking businesses have made it through the recent storms. And of course, it wasn't just restaurants that had it rough. Residences throughout the region bore the brunt of the damage. Ask me how I know. And just take a look at the impact on our friend, Chef Chris Geegan, aka Chef Geegs over in Sarasota Bay. Geegs competed as a boomer on MasterChef Generations and joined us to share a recipe for his healthy Geagatarian burger.
I kind of just whipped it up in my head one day, you know, because people say, hey, Geegs, are you a vegetarian? Are you a pescatarian? I said, you know something, I'm a Geagatarian. And they always say, what is that? I said, well, a Geagatarian eats everything, but in moderation. Low sugar, low fat, low calories, and it all equals a healthy dish. You want to cut small pieces.
Okay.
All right, and the reason why is because you want everything done at the same time. If I throw the mushrooms in there, whole mushrooms, right?
You're not going to get a good cook with it.
Well, right, yeah.
It's just not going to be right.
It's going to be halfway done, and
It's not going to be the right Geagatarian burger. It's not going to have that Geagatarian stamp of approval.
The Geagatarian has to be equal. Everything's going to be equal.
Okay.
Equal. Right? Get rid of this thing. Yeah. Never eat the end of that mushroom.
Yeah? Why is that?
I don't know.
Just slimy?
It's
It's
hard.
not good?
It's
It's just
hard.
that you don't want it?
You know, it's
just,
hard.
yeah.
It just doesn't. The texture's not right.
It's not there for you. It's not going to be there for this burger. So we just have
exactly. You know. So again, nice and tiny, tiny pieces, and.
Now, any type of mushroom in particular that you like to use for this dish?
No, you know whatever's on sale.
Okay.
You know, keep it simple. What I got here is like this broccoli slaw. You can buy that in a bag.
Okay.
Okay. I try not to buy many things in the bag.
Okay.
All right. Processed food is no good for you.
Okay.
All right. That's my ixnay. Well, let's get this started right here.
Yeah.
You get nice and hot, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So let's go with the broccoli slaw, and we have the mushrooms. We get a little bit of red onion, right? I'm gonna go about half of that. I want to make, again, when you're cooking, you always want to think about the ratio, okay? How much of this and how much of that, okay? And the reason for that is, get the spinach in there, and we're gonna finish with the garlic.
Okay.
This is gonna be my avocado spread.
Okay.
And this is gonna go on the protein wrap that I brought, which the burger's gonna go on. All right, so we get the chickpeas in here first, and we're gonna.
And these are just out of the can where they rinse?
Yeah, these are right out of the can.
Okay.
And you just want to smash them down. And when we add the avocado, I like it. Well, most people like it. So when that pit comes right out, right, it's just like that. And so you don't have to scoop it out or anything like that.
Okay.
You just bang.
Just go straight in, just kind of push it all the way out.
Straight in. Look
Okay.
at that. Good. We're going to take the fork, just finish it up just a little bit. Now, if you look at the way this is, Chef, right, it's a little dry, a little thick, okay?
A little bit.
So what we're going to do here, we got a little bit of non-fat cottage cheese.
Okay.
Again, everything here is pretty natural, but when they make cottage cheese, they do. I want to put 1 tablespoon in there, bang. It's going to be a little more sodium in there, okay?
Okay.
And every time I cook, I'm always thinking of that potassium.
You're conscious of it.
Yeah, the sodium, potassium. How's that going to work within the body?
Okay.
So right now we have a white chicken breast, ground chicken, 97.3. So that's 97% lean. The amount of fat that was in there, we're going to use that for the cooking. And
All
we're
right.
doing great. Let's give it a flip here, though. Let's check out the color.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Come on now.
Come on.
This ain't your first rodeo, my friend. Look at that bad boy right
We're
there.
going to put this avocado spread on here.
Okay, so this is the foundation
This is it.
that everything's just going to layer up to.
Exactly. You know, I suggest you use a high protein wrap. The more carbs that you add to your starchy carbs you add to your dish, well, you know, it's going to increase the calories. And the way the Geagatarian eats, low calories, low sugar, you know, high nutritional value, and that's what we have
And
here.
that's it.
Once we get this here, it's going to be, I'm going to put the burger on there. Bring this right over here. Put that burger right on there.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and we're gonna get a little more on the top now.
Oh, so you go double. You're going all in. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, gotta go top, gotta go bottom.
You know, and this is something that, you know, this is something that the kids will be screaming for.
To go Geagatarian for your dinner, grab the recipe for that burger at dinnerdeas.com. And we wish nothing but the best to Chef Geeks and everyone like you at home watching, clearing up after the storms, and you can make it through. On to the other side, there are brighter days to come. I promise you that. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more Dinner Dias.